Hey everyone! Today I am working on the Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts, and I'm on week 30 and the prompt is Creative Life. So I've got my watercolor cardstock and I've got a card panel, and my plan is, I wasn't quite sure what to do with Creative Life, but I thought I would take some sort of life form and be creative. So I'm going to use this dragonfly cutting die, and I will probably cut the dragonfly from some holographic cardstock and some vellum. So I'm going to put those aside because what I want to do first is color the panel. And I only have a few sprays. I've got 3 different colors of Distress Oxide inks. I've got Cracked Pistachio, Mermaid Lagoon, and Peacock Feathers. And then I have 3 spritzes. I have Walnut Stain, Weathered Wood, and Antique Linen. So I don't know what I will use out of those. Possibly all of them. I'm not sure how to look, but we'll see. But first I want to cut the panel down because I do want to have a border around the panel. I'm not quite sure exactly what it will be. Possibly the holographic card. But let's just see. Let's trim a little bit more off of this side. I often just eyeball this kind of measurement here. So second here. I think now I want a little bit more off of this side. Let's try that much. Through. I want to have a decent amount of border. That should probably work. Okay, so let's put that away. Put those scraps away. And I'm going to bring in my splatter box, lay my cardstock in there, and I am going to shake and spray these sprays. Get that kind of moving around a little. Ooh, I like that little swirl. That's kind of fun. Brought in some paper towel, and I'm just gonna get some of the excess off there. I'm fine with the different little lines and the swirls. This is all part of being creative. So let's stick it back in there and let's add some spritzes. Whoops. I haven't used these very much yet. I think I've only used 1 or 2 of them. Ooh, that one's kind of fun. I think that's my first time using Walnut Stain. These just add a little bit of color and a little bit of shimmer. Let's get some of that excess off of the very edges there. And I think I will add a little bit more of Walnut Stain. And a little bit more of the, I think that's Antique Linen. Okay, I think I'm going to let this dry I might speed it along a bit, but basically I'm going to pause for a little bit until I get this dried. Okay, I am going to add a little bit more color to this. I think I want a little more peacock feathers. And a little more cracked pistachio. I am kind of covering up some of that shimmer, but I will come back with some more. Oh, that's I had that pointing the wrong way. Okay. Get that a little darker. Okay, I'm gonna pause again and do some more drying. Okay, we've got some color, some shimmer on there. I think that's good for the time being. I did pull out a embossing folder. I thought I might run this through. Not sure if it is dry enough that it's gonna be happy in there, but we'll see. Okay, there we go. Some flowers on there. And I think that a little bit of shimmer on there should be nice. So I think I'm going to next cut this down. That is 4 1/4. So let's cut this to 4 1/4. Okay, now out of the center of this that's going to be hidden, I'm going to die cut these. So I will be back. Okay, that cut out beautifully. You can see the detail on the wings. This is a die from Coco Rosa. A little bit of detail on his body. So I think I also want to cut the wings out of some vellum as well. So actually, before I piece any of that together, let me look through. I have a few different packs of patterned vellum, and I'm not sure which one to use. That I think is too busy with all of that. This was the one initially I wondered about. I'm not sure if that's going to show up so well. Let me see what else we've got. Excuse me. Basically, it's gonna overlap that, maybe. These ones might be too dark. I don't even know if I'm going to use the vellum layer, but I'm going to cut some out just in case, just with the wings. Okay, here they are. So my thought was possibly that these would glue on here and then they can lift up. But we'll see whether I actually do that or not. Because on the vellum, you can't really see the detail that's on the wings. Together a little bit here. See what it looks like. Basically like that. Stick in there. So we could go somehow with a dragonfly. Oops. Come on. Something roughly like that, which I actually might like that better than the vellum. Or we've got that. That goes roughly there. And there-ish. I feel like that kind of gets lost with the background. So you know what? I think I'm going to save those for a different project. And I think I will just work with this little guy. I guess I could glue him together. Got my Bearly Art glue. Okay, let's put a little dab of glue back there. Oh, I'm making a mess. And let's put these aside. Let's basically put some glue there. He's gonna go like there. Oh no, stay. Why are you not staying? Okay, let's let him dry. See what else we can do that's going to be creative. That is going to go on there. So it's going to be like that, which is kind of nice, I think. Sentiment. I have this Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous set here that has Creativity Takes Courage. So I thought I might stamp that out. Find an acrylic block. And a strip of paper somewhere. It's really thin. I wonder if that would work. Well, let's see. Let's bring out some VersaFine Clair Nocturne. Hopefully my head doesn't get in the way while I'm trying to line this up. That could work well enough. Let's see. Give that a little wipe. Whoops. I knocked my camera. Where's some blank paper? Stick some paper there so I can heat set this with some clear embossing powder. And I will go off screen and dry this up and clean this up. Okay, that worked. Now, can I cut it straight? Thinking something just like having that at the bottom with that on there. What else do I have that can be creative? I've got some silver thread and I've got some white and silver. Not sure if I want to stick some around here. This one starts. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure. Let's just see if I just kind of wrapped this kind of around. What does that do? That looks kind of fun. Some good old Scotch tape here. I did not leave very much room on this one, on this end, so I'm just trying to grab it. It's not working so well. Will that stay? And another piece. There. Snip that off. Okay, which way should I do this here? Also should kind of bend these guys' wings up a bit because he's going to sit kind of like that. Sentiment there. That guy like there. I think I will just start gluing some things down. Still debating. I almost want to do the white so this ties in more. That has the thread to tie it all in. You know what? I think I'm just going to do it on the white. I'm going to use my score tape instead. will also hold all the little pieces of thread together nicely. Try to line this up as best as I can. And this I will grab with this. And whoops, bring back in my Bearly Art glue. Little bit of a curl. Maybe that's a little too much. Straighten it a tiny bit. And let's add glue here, here, and about there. And I think I will call that finished. So this is my Altered Index 2025 challenge for week 30. And the prompt for week 30 is creative life. So I was trying to be creative with a life form. So there we go. Creativity takes courage. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful, peaceful day.